All right, and we are live. All right. So, what do you? Let's talk about it, Steph. Got you here. Let's talk about dating, relationships, and what you are seeing, experiencing. Give me the scoop.
Here in it, well, from my perspective here in Atlanta, I am experiencing a lot of one-offs, a lot of first dates, and maybe a second, very few thirds, but a lot of first dates. And
Mm.
what I'm experiencing is that the more together a man is, it seems, and older the man is, he is hesitant to really get into another committed relationship. In fact, one guy told me, he said, "Hey, I'm good just how I am." A lot of them have been divorced for a lot of years. And
Mhm.
I'm thinking some of them, well, I've actually had the conversation that some of them have said it's because they got burned financially during the divorce process.
Mhm.
So they're not in a big hurry to get committed in that type of relationship again, and they're really enjoying their lives. So I've been dealing with that. If I was a woman that that could probably just go with the flow, I could probably be in a long term relationship with them, but it would not come with a piece of paper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're running into men who are, let's say, seasoned. Okay, if you don't mind asking, around what category of age are you? I don't like, to ask a woman her age, but what
Oh,
category of woman? Or you
my,
could.
between I'd say 52 to 62.
That's you.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
I'm 56.
Okay, and you look beautiful for 56.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Um, so this is interesting because a lot of the conversations we have are with younger people, and not
Yeah.
much conversation happens with the more mature crowd. And
Mm-mm, but
so
we're out here.
yes, there are a lot of you out here. So this is going to be a good talk here. So what you're experiencing is men who are probably divorced already,
Hmm.
because most of these men have been married at least once.
Yes, they have.
Sometimes multiple times,
Right.
and they are in that place where they are just kind of living their lives,
They
uh,
are, and they're financially secure.
financially secure. Okay, which is often the problem when this is coming up. Like
Right.
you know, when a man is in his prime physically, he's generally not in his prime financially.
Right.
But so these guys have come through that and gotten to their prime financially, and are hesitant about pulling the trigger on getting involved in another relationship. Interesting,
Exactly.
interesting. Well, I mean, that's a fact. If you've experienced the stove, if you've ever experienced the stove, no, listen, no. If you've ever experienced the stove, the stove can be good for you. Like the invention of the stove is like one of the greatest inventions we've ever had. You no longer have to cook on a barbecue.
True.
Okay, you no longer have to cook outside.
Hmm.
Now you can cook inside. I guess it probably came up in the 50s or something, right? Now they can, but whatever. But the idea is, they, you know, you've had some experiences that the stove has fed you many days. The stove is the center point of the kitchen where all the love happens and all the things happen and where everybody gathers. But the stove is also hot and burns fingers. The stove has also burned houses down because of something left on the stove.
Literally.
Literally. So so now in these guys' lives, in this time, they're kind of looking at relationships like the stove. Some are good, and some burn your fingers, and do I want to commit to a long-term stove
Right.
situation?
Right. Right. But you know what? One of your videos, the men, I forgot the exact title, but it was along the lines of women that men choose.
Okay.
Something it was, and then it was another video that you did. You said, "What makes you different from any other woman?
Mm,
You know, what makes you unique?" And then you also listed characteristics
yeah.
that men are looking for. And I really do take those suggestions seriously. And I had to ask myself, well, what makes me stand out? Because it is so, there are, so, you know, so many women. And here in Atlanta, and actually my hometown, which is Kansas City,
Okay.
same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a woman really has to, and I'm working on it, really
Yeah.
has to stand above the others
Yeah.
to present, you know, well, why I am would make a great choice. And it's more than just being cute.
It's way more than just being cute.
'Cause they'll
It's
give
a lot
you
of
get
cute.
you some dinners, but
Yes.
get you
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes. Listen, there's a lot of cute, and cute can be manufactured. Cute can be put together by a surgeon.
right. I mean, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
it is, but but being in my age range, what really helps too, and it helps me is working out.
yes.
You know, working out and taking care of yourself. That really goes a long way. But it's other women doing that.
There's
Other women are catching on too.
a lot of women doing that as well. But I think when it comes down to it, men are kind of the same as they've always been. But these men, especially as they get more mature, they're looking for the woman that's an asset.
Yes.
Okay. They're looking for the woman that adds value to their current life.
Yes.
Now, when you've got your money secured, right, and you've got your way of life secured, it
Mm-hmm.
makes it does make it a little more challenging for you to ask, like what does she bring to my
Right.
life to add value to my life,
Exactly.
right? But the beautiful thing is that if you've got an imagination, right, and you've got the awareness of who this person is, you can look at a person's life. I believe that you can look at a person's life and see what you can add value to. Yeah, does it sound like well, that sounds deceptive or manipulative? No,
No.
it's strategic. And if you want to win the war on love, you got to be strategic to see, like, if there's somebody that you can see, wow, we'd be a good couple together. We can make something together happen.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with you creating a strategy as to, you know, how this thing could happen. Women been doing it for thousands of years.
Smart women.
Smart women. Yes, they look at what they have and look at what the guy who their interest is, and oh, okay, I can see how this could work out. He has this, I have that. We add it together, boom, 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 and away we go. Yeah,
Right. So do you feel like it? I mean, is that how men look at it?
it really is, especially men who are older. Men who are seasoned and they're like, I'm good. If she comes, I'm good. If she doesn't
Yeah.
come, I'm good. You know, they're past their skirt chasing days, so they're not moved by the sensuality or sexual, like they're not the sexual trap. They don't get caught in the sexual trap anymore.
No, sir.
It's like,
No, sir.
you know,
Yeah, and that's right.
yeah. Now, do they want to have sex? Yes, but
Yeah.
but will they do what many young guys would do to get it? No, they will not. They won't chase it down.
No, and the more successful they are, the less
The less
they
they
are
chase.
going to.
Why? Because it comes to them. It comes to them. They don't have to chase it. It comes. They
It
attract.
does.
Which is a great strategy. So, But here's what I'll say to you. I want you to always feel and know that you are unique. You are special.
Right.
You're a gift, and you should never play yourself cheap.
Right.
Be with anybody.
Right.
You know, you're expensive.
And I
Okay,
am.
and yeah, and you're not for,
Yeah.
listen, and you're not for everybody. You
Nope.
know, there's a reason. Grandma used to have the china cabinet, and there's plates that you eat off of every day. But I'm gonna date myself now. You remember we used to get them plates from Burger King? You remember the Burger King plates? Like you go there for a meal and they give you a plate. They give you the plate that you can like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you put it in the dishwasher. You like, you know what I mean? Like, and it became one of the house plates.
Right. All of a sudden.
Yeah. I think McDonald's used to have them too. Like,
For their breakfast.
yeah, they used to have the Ronald McDonald and stuff on there.
Yeah.
And those were almost like throwaway plates. Check this out. They were almost like throwaway plates, but they still had use. So you took them home, and they just become everyday plates that you use.
Okay.
For every day, right? The funny thing about these plates were they were enough. They were usable enough for everyday living, but you wouldn't care if they broke. And the funny thing is, they hardly ever broke. I don't know what kind of plastic that they were made out of, but those plates hardly ever broke. However, the plates that go in the china cabinet, you only ate off of them like once a year.
Special occasions. That's right.
Special occasions. Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving, maybe. Right? Mm-hmm. And you would think to yourself, they spend all this money on these plates. We hardly ever use these plates.
Right.
A plate, somebody come in and say, a plate is made to be used. Right? But you don't use the expensive plates every day. Why? Because they are more valuable. Okay? And their value stays. As a matter of fact, half the time you come through and you just look at them. Mm-hmm. and you just keep on going. Why? Because everybody can't handle it. And as a kid, I don't know if you had one of them grandmas that had them whatchamacallits, the thingamabobs and the whatchamacallits.
Oh, the figurines.
And
the dust collectors. Yeah.
Right. And inside they be sometimes inside the china cabinet. You go in that china cabinet and mess with that stuff if you want to. You say, I'm hungry. I'm like, oh, they got some plates up here. Let me get one of these plates. Boy, you might get yourself hurt.
I wouldn't be sitting here today.
and why is that? Because grandma understood that these plates are valuable and not to be handled by boys. Not to be handled by children, but you needed to be an adult with a real intention for these plates. Come on, somebody. All right. You had to have a real intention to touch these
real plates, intention.
Right. And you had to be mature. You had to be of a certain chronological age, but like you had to be of a certain mindset. She ain't let anybody, and you are that plate.
Yeah.
You are that plate. Fine china.
Yep.
Fine china. Not to be handled any old kind of way. So
no.
Yeah. So I believe that you got to live that life and that mentality every day. That I am fine china. You don't know. I'm not coming over your house. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't ride this ride just because you feel like it.
Right.
like eat off one of them other plates. Because I'm fine china.
But I mean, okay. I don't know how much time you have.
I got time.
Okay, but I mean, this is it kind of like that conversation we were in where I asked that question. You remember? And the two ladies replied,
What was the question? Remind me.
okay, the question, and for everybody that's gonna look at this,
Mm-hmm.
the question was, the topic was for the clubhouse was, how can you tell if a man is serious? And I
Mm-hmm.
asked, and I asked, if a man, if you are abstaining from sex,
Mm-hmm.
to get to know someone, and in my case, is to get to know you. It's not because of religious,
Mm-hmm.
reasons,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be. Is that, and he is willing to, do that with you to get to know you? Is that an indication that he's serious? And I think three of the ladies said no, because he could be getting it from some. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the Tony was answered. I was like, but anyway, it was no, because he could be getting that from somewhere else all along, which is true. And then you sleep with him, and then he can bounce or stay or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
which is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what the gentleman said. One of your cohorts. I forgot his name. Doctor. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah. And but so that kind of, I'm kind of still confused about that, because you're saying, I'm fine China, that is part of the fine China package.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it sounded like to me the ladies were like, well, you might as well just go ahead, because he can just play that game with you and not be serious anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I'm not going to do that, but
right. So here's the thing, and this guy, I heard somebody say this last night, that um all is fair in love and war,
yeah,
right? Because you can abstain your whole life, wait, and then wait for marriage, whether
right,
you do it religiously or for just for
or
you,
whatever.
right? And the marriage still not work out.
That's true.
You know. And I've
That's
also known people who slept with somebody on the first night, and they've been married for 35 years.
one of my coworkers.
You know, so like there is no 100% guarantee of any of this stuff,
That's
uh,
true.
because it's the love game. But I will say this, that as long as you see yourself as valuable, and treat yourself as valuable, you'll always be treated as valuable.
Okay. All right,
Okay?
KTJ. I can go for that.
It's the truth. It's the
That's
truth.
right. It's true.
If you treat yourself as valuable, the person comes in your life and say, "Oh," either he gonna say, "Oh," or he gonna say, "Oh."
Or
Okay.
let me see if I can.
Yeah. Right. And so, but either way, you say,
Hey,
"Oh, this is what it is,"
that's
and
it.
he's either gotta get with it or get gone.
Yeah, that's it. And I wish that more women would stand in that type of power, because, I was reflecting on it this morning. If I am not true to myself, and I go ahead and settle for whatever, I'm still not going to get what I want. So
Fact.
I take a better chance by standing for what I want and standing for myself. I stand a
Fact.
greater chance of getting what I want. And then
Fact.
I wish more women would just get that in their heads. And yes, you may have some lonely nights, because I do,
Mhm.
but I'm at peace.
Yeah.
And that's very important to me. Not saying I don't want a man. Now I do,
Yeah.
that's why I know you. Okay. But
Good.
but not at any cost.
Right. And you know what? I'm telling you that standard and expectation that you hold up, men will follow that. Right now, will a man push against that and try to like make something happen? Yes, he
Yes,
will.
yes,
Right?
yes.
He wouldn't be a man if he didn't. Okay, but it's up to you to decide. Okay, well, how far is this thing going to go? Where's my standard, and how am I going to end up in a good situation with this? And you move accordingly. So
Right.
yeah, but it's I don't know. Did I answer your question?
You did, and I was thinking along those lines.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't. One thing is in this love game and listening to different advisors and coaches, you got to chew the meat and spit out the bones. Everything does not apply, what you hear. Not saying it's bad information, it's just not information for you.
Right.
So you have to have that spirit of discernment to kind
Yes.
of know.
Yes. 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 So, so let me ask you this, and we got LV. She jumped in on us.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. I always see her.
Yes, we doing Love Chat live today, and we seeing where things go. Just having a conversation on love and relationships. Got my girl Steph here. So here's the question I always ask all my clients: what do you want?
Ooh. I want someone who is first spiritually grounded.
Stop right there. I got time.
I
I got time.
didn't say religious. I said
I got
spiritually
time.
grounded. Right.
Stop right there.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean? Does that mean you want to every Sunday kind of Christian brother? Is that
No,
one of them 3 times a week kind of brothers? The way I grew up at church
no.
3 times a week, is that once a month? Is that Christmas? What's that? CMA, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
None
CME.
of the above.
Like where we at with that?
None of the above. What that means for me is a brother who is spiritually connected with his higher power, whatever he calls that higher power, and he lives his life in accountability with that higher power in his mind, and that his actions are governed by something bigger than him,
Mm.
and that he has a spiritual practice, and that can be like for me, my spiritual practice, and I do belong to a church. I'm not going to say the name of it out there, but I do. But and it's different. But I meditate and pray every day. I pray all day actually, but I meditate in the morning. So
Mm.
that gets me connected, and I do, yoga, some things just to get connected first thing in the morning. And I would prefer a brother that he doesn't have to do yoga, although that would be beneficial for him.
Okay.
But
But he needs
with
to
some
have
type of connection.
a,
Yeah.
a spiritual base.
Exactly. And I'm not saying, because I met this one brother and he said, well, I believe in God. I'm like, yeah, that's good. But do you act like you do?
Yeah. Belief is one thing. Action is another. Action is true belief. Okay. All right, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, I'm glad you know you need, what that needed clarification.
yes. What are you looking for is the question.
So first, spiritually based. Second, emotionally stable.
Tell me what that means.
And that means that they may have had some challenges, some traumas, but they are aware of them and they've done some work on them, because I have on me. And I can tell. Like I went out one time with this. This is why I have a bunch of one and dones. I went out with this one guy, and I'm telling you, it's our first date. He started talking about his mom, which is fine, but then he started talking about how he was mad at her because she put me in before him.
Oh wow.
And I listened. I mean, I'm gonna have to tell you more about my background. But I listened.
Okay.
Sometimes I bring that out in people some kind of way, but
Yeah.
but that let me know he had some unhealed parts of him. And I run into that. Did somebody else start talking about their ex-wife?
Yeah.
I really hear that a lot.
Yeah. So look, this is a clue to the men who are watching that when you get to the table, don't bring up all your baggage, or you're gonna be one and done. Because nobody wants to hear your unhealed life. Now, if you come there and say, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me, and here's how I healed from it, now we're getting somewhere.
Hey.
now we're getting to the place where she said you get the check mark for the emotional.
Right.
What was that you called it? Emotional healed.
Yeah, emotionally stable.
Emotionally stable, right? So there's nothing wrong with going through something.
Nothing.
You know, but the question is, how did you come out of it, and have you come out of it? Yeah, yeah. Because a lot of people still in it, and it'll come out from the abundance of the heart. The mouth speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. Emotional stability. Man, that's big.
It is. You can't have nothing without it.
Nothing without it. Yeah, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care
Mm-mm.
how much high value you call yourself.
Mm-mm. I went out with a millionaire. A girlfriend introduced me to him. This is about almost 2 years. Oh, I hope they don't look at this video. This is about 2 years ago.
It don't matter.
And I know he ain't, but anyway, he need to. But and he told me, I thought it was gonna be something, but he told me, he started telling me about his ex-wife and how they went to therapy and how he thought the counselor liked his wife. And I was like, well, wait a minute, why'd y'all go? What was the issues in the marriage? You know, but they came out. We stopped seeing each other because he wanted to run the relationship. And he also told me that this was not a democracy. I had no voice because, he had. And if I wanted to participate or be with him, I would have to just follow what he said. And I would probably not be the only one.
Oh, wow. He laid it all the way out.
He did.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was some emotional instability there because, it's just net control.
Mm.
Why you have to control someone?
Right. Well, the thing is, you know what? The more I have these conversations, and the more conversations I have even with men on these topics, the more I realize there really is somebody for everybody. There really is. That guy you just described, he is perfect for somebody. There is a woman who finds what you just called control as being some woman will call that being a leader.
Oh, believe me, he don't have no shortage of women. So
I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure. And so that's why he was so confident to be able to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Now I got to give it up to the brother for telling you what it is.
Me too.
He didn't have to do that, but he yeah. So let him tell you what it is, and you just get the right along. Thank you very much for letting me know. Goodbye.
Right. Oh, LeVar said something. LB.
Yeah. Emotional stability is very important. Instability is unfair weight to your partner.
Preach that.
That's good talk right
Woo.
there. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. Instability is unfair weight to your partner. Yeah. So you got to come in stable. And you know what? You got to stay stable, emotionally stable.
True.
But I like your spiritual practice, which helps you stay emotionally stable.
It does.
Like some people don't understand. You know what? Some people don't even really understand people who go to church every Sunday, right? For some people, that's part that community of spiritual connection.
Wow, the connection
with the people who are also connected. Right, that's a powerful thing. Now, I said church, but I don't care if you go to the mosque. I don't care if you go to the temple. Like that, I think there's still power in that connectedness with people who are all connected to their God, to their power.
Yeah, it gives you strength.
It does, and so, but now it's been tested through the pandemic. That because you can't get down to the temple, you can't go to the mosque, you can't go down to the church house, and a lot of people really feel that emptiness, that loss, without it. So, but I say hats off to anybody who's committed to the process of healing emotionally. So, definitely, that's definitely a thing. All right, what else? Do you
spiritually grounded, emotionally stable? Oh man, I should have brought. I got my list posted on my bathroom mirror. But let me see. After because those are the two big ones. Someone who is fun.
Fun.
That's because I love to laugh. I like to have
Mm,
fun.
mm.
I don't like a heavy spirit.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine too, as the men get more mature, some of them probably get less fun.
They get stuck in their ways. And I mean, I have to watch it too because I'm stuck in my ways. And so I have to push myself,
Yes.
you know. So
Yeah.
and some of the guys, mm,
Yeah. You know what I think you might need?
a
I think
younger dude.
a younger man. I think you need it because you
No,
got
I was thinking that last night. I'm saying,
yeah, yeah. You got a young spirit about you.
I do.
And I think the guy that is good for you is going to be between that like 10 years younger.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, like 40, that 43, 45.
Yeah.
Um, the
And
guy,
I tracked them too, and I hadn't been going out with them, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, of course, not just any old body, but just that age range. The guy, he's not looking for to have no more kids.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? He's on that level where he's okay. His kids are almost grown or grown already,
right.
and
You
he's
don't have
just
no baby mama drama.
right, right. Maybe he's already gotten all through all of that.
All that.
Yeah, and he's looking for a woman who's more mature, but fun. Mature but fun. That's a good spot.
And
Yeah,
has the flexibility to up and go, and
yeah,
just, yeah. So,
yes, yeah. Because I mean, like knowing who you are, most of the guys who are your age and older, I don't see the match. 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 I mean, of course, that could be, but
I mean, it's some exceptional ones out there. I was going out with this guy at the beginning of this year. Thought that was going to be something. He was 62, but he worked out every day.
okay,
You could tell.
yeah,
But there are some exceptions, but yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing. I'm going to do a room here soon about men. I don't know, maybe we'll see. Maybe this week I'll do a room on Clubhouse about just about mature men,
That'd
like
be good.
yeah, the challenges of the mature man.
Yes, because you don't see that topic a lot, and it is it's mature people on Clubhouse.
There are a
There
lot.
are.
Yeah, and there's certain conversations. Maybe I'll do one of those ones and have the mature men on stage and have like the ladies ask ask the questions and kind of be a part of the conversation. That's a
Right,
good,
and maybe have control where the women can't interrupt too,
yes, yes, yes,
because we know we do it.
yes. That's the only place we can have those conversations. Just like this, let's keep it lively and
I know
fun.
that's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I know
Yeah.
that's right, LB.
I'm gonna, I-
Girl.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. Okay, what else?
Okay, let me see. His
Family and friends.
son. Someone who is financially stable.
Okay, stop right there.
Ah,
Stop right there.
I know.
What does that mean? Financially stable.
Um, that he doesn't have bill collectors calling him.
Pay his bills. Pay
He
his
pays
bills
his
on time.
bill. Hey, I got a true story for you.
Okay, let's do
Okay. This was a one and done.
it.
I'm
Okay,
telling you. I'm telling you, I could write a book.
gotcha.
This guy called me an hour before the date. And I hope nobody sees. But anyway, he said, hey Stephanie, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Um, Yes, I can't wait to see you. But when you see me, my shirt might be wrinkled. I said, okay. He said, I'll tell you why when I see you. And I was like,
Oh man.
I know, like to myself, should I go on this date?
Listen, I like this guy already. I know what he's doing. Go ahead.
Okay.
I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Well, we went and so I met him, and it was just at this sports bar. We just some chicken wings, which I love. Had to watch it, but anyway, we just meet very casual, meet and greet. And so then we were talking and everything was going okay. And he said, well, I told you why I was going. And I said, well, your shirt doesn't look wrinkled because it didn't. And he said, well, I'll tell you what happened. He was an electrician and he traveled a lot.
Okay.
Well, that's what he said. But anyway, he said that he had gotten into town late. And when he got into town, his lights were off. So I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, I was going to go pay my light bill, but Georgia Power came out and cut my lights off. He said, they usually don't come out till 5 o'clock, but they came out at 3 o'clock today. And I said to myself, oh,
this happened before.
This happens on a regular basis.
Wow.
You know how Georgia Power operate.
Yes.
So I knew I was not going out with him again because I like people that pay their bills on time.
Wow.
So then anyway, we went on and ended, the day went on and he walked me to my car. It was in the summer and it was really hot, one of those Atlanta hot nights. And I said, well, it was really nice meeting you. Thank you for inviting me out. And he said, well, I'm going to go back to my house. It's dark and it's hot. I bet your hair worked good.
Oh, that meant my invitation to come to your house.
So I said, yes, it does. And I shut my door and zoom off into the night.
Man, that's all the game you got. You want pity. You want pity P.
Is that what the game was?
You want pity P.
What was I supposed to say? Oh, if you had a good woman that could keep up with your bills and tell you when something, I don't know what he was looking for.
That is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
So I'll tell you what I liked about his game.
Okay.
And when I'm having the conversations with the guys, this is I don't know if I should even tell y'all these things.
Yes.
Look, I already tell y'all too much.
You need to break the man code.
I already tell y'all too much.
No, you don't.
How men think. I got a whole channel about how men think. Okay.
That's true.
So I tell the guys, like, one of the things women really love is mystery. Right? Mystery, suspense. I wonder what's happening next. Look, it's why you have y'all watch soap operas and used to watch All My Children and the Harlequin novels. Like, you always like that female brain is always chewing, and it's always
true.
I wonder what's this, and I wonder what's that, and why did so if he tells you, if my shirt is wrinkled when I see you, don't worry about it, and I'll tell you more about it later. You that's in your mind the whole time. You like, shirt wrinkled. First, like you said, you think, well, should I even go out with this guy?
Yeah.
Is he a nut? Is he? What's with this shirt? I'm intrigued.
Right.
I'm intrigued.
I'm like,
Bing. That look. He already won. He already won. With the if he can get you to be intrigued, I'm intrigued to see what's gonna. Right. So
yeah.
But I would have liked him to have a better story when you showed up.
Yeah, you should have said that.
Yeah, I would have liked him to have a better story.
I I think it was the truth though.
Yeah, it probably was the truth. It wasn't. It
And
wasn't.
you know, I have told that story before, and this one guy said, "Well, if my lights were out, ain't no way I'd be out buying you some chicken wings at a sports bar."
Exactly. Exactly.
So maybe that should be another one. Priorities in order.
Yeah. LV said, take that electrician's money and get a room. Right? You can't keep your lights on, but you're an electrician. There's something wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that. But yeah, he didn't tell that story. He didn't do what I just said on purpose. It was just kind of like you said, it was just the truth. And he didn't know how to spin it and make it work for him.
Yeah, he should have just said nothing. Really.
Yeah, yeah. I've told a guy, when you tell her to come, you going out, tell her to bring. Oh, when I see you, bring a red pen with you.
I would love it. I go to the dollar store and get one too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. I say, go to the dollar store and get a brand new red pen, and I'll see you tonight. Right? Yes. You thinking to yourself, what is he going to do with this red pen? I don't know, but I
might use that one myself.
Yeah. It works. Listen, this will work either way.
But what you do when you get to the day?
It really doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter.
I love it. Yeah.
You can come up with anything that
I'm gonna do it too. Watch. I'll let you know how it works.
Yes, yeah. You can say
I'm on siesta, but I'm on hiatus right now from dating though, because I'm
understood.
Burnt out.
Understood. Like you could pull out a piece of paper and do tic-tac-toe. I don't care what it is. You can write on his hand. Look, I wanted you to have this red pen. Let me make sure it worked. I'm happy
I know.
to see you tonight.
Oh, they loved it.
Yes.
They loved it.
Because he's been thinking about that red pen all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So I'll tell you the psychology. I shouldn't be telling y'all my stuff.
You better come on. You better come. And me and LV need to know.
LV. Okay. So there's two things that's at work. It's that thought in the mind.
Okay.
What that wonder. Wonder is one thing,
mm-hmm.
but compliance is the other.
Ooh.
So as a man, you can tell a lot about a woman by her compliance. Me telling you to bring the red pen. If you do it, that means you are a woman that not only listens, is able to follow instruction, and is somebody that I can work with. Like she can follow the instructions and she listens to me. That's somebody that can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of somebody that arrives and they said, shoot, I forgot all about that pen.
If she say I forgot that pen, you know what? I didn't think. I'm happy you came, but I don't think this is gonna work out. and she'll be like, "What? I mean, it was just a pen."
Yes, that's what she tell her girlfriends. Girl, he was crazy anyway. He was crazy. I didn't have a pen. You're right.
Talking about something, bring a pen. Yeah. But the thing is, it's not about the pen.
That's so big.
It's not about the pen. It's about your ability to follow instruction, to listen to me, to and just be somebody who's amiable, like somebody that's that you can work with.
Yeah,
look,
I get it.
Look, you don't know. I might have had you come here to help me sign a contract.
Yeah, you never know. Or somebody who's not combative. So,
yes.
That's constantly pushing back. Yeah.
Yes.
Because like you said, men want peace.
A man wants to know, am I going to have to fight with you all the time?
Yeah.
Or is this, are we going to have, are you somebody who's fun to be around, somebody who's paying attention, somebody who listens? Or is it all about you and you getting dinner tonight?
You know what? I had a conversation with this guy Thursday night. He asked me to go out Friday, but anyway, I'm gonna talk to you about that offline. I don't know what happened. But anyway, um, but I had been in a clubhouse and I asked him, I said, one thing I keep hearing over and over in these conversations are that a lot of men say that women are selfish.
Mm,
I said, do you feel that way? And he said, yes. He said,
mm,
Stephanie, he's been divorced 10 years. And he said that that was one thing about his ex-wife. And he had custody of their son. And
okay.
she was paying him child support. Isn't that something?
Mm,
But he said that that's one thing in his marriage that really drove him is that she was only concerned mainly about what it was in for her, how it affected her. And he said, and he said he has run into that so many times.
I believe
And
that.
it made me step back and think because I know that even in my, because I'm divorced, you know that.
Mhm,
And I had to take a look at as part of my healing because I took off a year after I got divorced just to do some inner work. And
mhm,
part of it was I started taking my ex for granted,
mm,
because I just said, oh, he's gonna be there now.
yeah.
Well, and I mean, I wasn't one of those women that talk crazy or cuss or nothing like that, but it's just my complacency.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned is a woman should never get complacent in her relationship.
Never, 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 never let yourself go. Let yourself go.
That's right.
Um, that's a big one that you almost can't talk about these things anymore because people are very sensitive.
Women get mad.
Let me get mad, but you can get mad if you want to,
Hey,
but you wondering why you're not getting picked,
hey, not even getting a date.
not getting a date.
Yeah, I was telling somebody how I go on dates, and they're like, God, I can't get a date. I said, well, you need to take a look at that.
Yeah, yeah. There's a good reason for it.
Yeah.
Good reason for it. There's something about your maybe the where you're spending your time, how you're presenting yourself.
That's true.
You know, it's a look like we said earlier, like all is fair in love and war. Like
Telling you.
it's not fair that more attractive women get more, at bats.
That's right.
you know,
But
but
then everybody has to work on what beauty you do have, work on developing that. And it takes work.
taste take work.
I have girlfriends that they all hang out with you. And then, I spend most of my time dating because I'm looking for a relationship. And,
Sure.
I haven't just said this to them because I know they would get mad. But I'm like, look, you all always up around each other. Who do you think you're going to meet?
True. 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 And there are men who are intimidated by them women's groups. Women in groups.
Yeah, when you go out.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, I'll wait till she by herself. Well, she might not be by herself. No,
Right.
I'll catch her when she coming from the bathroom. So yeah. You know what? But that's a good point too. There's nothing wrong with going out by yourself.
I had to start doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
COVID, put a dent in it, but
Sure. I mean, I would always encourage people to look on what's that
Meetup.
meetup.com.
It works.
It works. There's something fun for you to do in your community, and there's going to be plenty of single people there,
It's true.
and it works. I remember I used to talk about the piano club. They had here in Atlanta. They got a piano club on Meetup. Yeah, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, and they meet up people who are really into piano. Right, got mine right here.
Yep.
And we go and hear people play. They would meet at people's houses, and like build their small little piano community. I,
Yeah.
I imagine some of them probably used to play or whatever, but hey, you know,
Yeah.
it's the community.
Right.
You make connections through the community. Now you guys are doing something you both enjoy.
Exactly. And then somebody, it may not be someone in the group that
Hmm.
appeals to you, but they may know somebody. Like, I know this guy, Kelvin, he is really nice. I
Hmm.
bet he'd be a good match for such and such. You just never know.
Never know. The one thing that you do know is that if you stay home, nobody's coming to your house. Nobody's coming to drag you outside and kick down the wall that you put up to make you be social and make you be cool. They're not doing that. You have to put yourself out there,
You do.
you know, and you got better chances at making it happen. LV, you got any questions? LV is still hanging in here with us.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see.
I
Let's
know
see.
she usually posting.
She said it's the ability to show up in the small things that show you how a person will handle the big thing.
Wow. Okay, girl.
Yes, I hang around wise people. Yes.
That is so
Oh,
true.
yeah. So if homeboy can't keep his phone on, and he the only one on his plan, who was that? Was that you that told me? Somebody told me they was dating a guy and he was paying for his son's phone, his son's iPad or something like that, and his phone, and needed help for the woman, and asked the woman to pay his phone bill.
Oh, that wasn't me that told you
Oh,
about
no,
that one.
I know who it was. It just came to
Yeah. Yeah, that, but
ridiculous.
no, I have not had that.
Yeah.
I think people can tell not to ask me nothing like that.
He should. They just ought to. They just
I think
ought to know.
they know not to do that.
All right. Did we cover all your basic hosts
The last
you're looking
is,
for?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, my list is, it got 16 items on it. But I mean, everything you don't have to.
Okay.
These are the top ones I'm telling
Wait
you.
a minute. There's something on there that you did not mention.
Well, it is one more thing.
What?
Or did I mention this? You said it. They have to take care of themselves
What does that mean?
physically.
Okay.
That means for me, they have to eat in a healthy. They don't have to be like clean eater. I mean, I like that, but
Are you vegan?
no. But I eat a lot of vegan stuff, and
Okay.
I do try to eat. I weigh and measure my food.
Okay. Oh you for real for real.
Yeah, I am. And now he doesn't have to do that, and he doesn't have to be in the gym like I am. I mean, I just do it 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Um, but and somebody at least he does. He's doing something to take care of himself. He does watch what he eats because I'm not going to be with someone who expects me to cook fried pork chops, some mashed potatoes, and now we can have that maybe once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And I know how to cook all this stuff. I mean, I
Okay.
am okay,
All
but
right.
we're not going to be eating that. But I want someone who already comes to the table like that because that was one of the points of division between my ex-husband and I.
Mm-hmm.
As I started changing the way I ate and started working out, that I'm telling you, people that plays a bigger part in people's relationship than what some people realize.
Yeah. Hmm. Well said. Well said.
Mm.
So taking care of himself, all right, eating right, working out, taking care of his body. Okay. Something you didn't exactly say.
Okay.
Handsome.
Oh, you know why?
Why?
Because I mean that. I mean he's good looking. That's great, but that's like the cherry on top.
Okay.
All that other stuff I mentioned is way more important. I mean,
Mm,
my exes, they are good looking. Okay, not trying to be big headed or nothing,
yeah.
but
No.
they are. But if I don't have integrity, a spiritual connection, I'm not emotionally stable. Looks don't mean nothing.
Mm.
So that's why I didn't mention it.
Now, when you were younger, did looks play a bigger part of your decision making, or was looks your whole decision
That
making?
was it. He cute.
Yeah,
Girl, he cute.
be cute. He
He,
looked good, girl.
girl, he cute.
Mm. What did you discover about cute?
Cute is cute is as cute does.
Mm.
So, I mean, I still, I'm on the, like I said, I'm taking a break right now, but I'm on the apps. And I mean, physical looks do attract me. But some of the guys I've gone out with, okay, most of them not. Well, I mean, but some of them, they haven't been, because like I date guys 5'7" and taller.
Okay.
A lot of guys have told me, thank me for going out with them because a lot of women won't date men under 6 feet. I mean, they won't date men that are shorter than 6 feet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm only 5'4", so I'm like, come on. But no,
So, so you wait. So you wouldn't marry? You wouldn't be with a guy that's 5'5"?
no,
He's just taller than you.
just tall. Yeah, I went out on a date with somebody that was 5'5". I just felt so much bigger than him because I had on heels. You know, I had on heels and I wear a size 8, so I'm not a big woman. But I just felt like, because I like wearing my heels. I
Yeah.
just
So with your heels, if you 5'5",
I'm usually about 5'8".
yeah, it puts you about 5'7", 5'8". Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it. So in heels, he's got to be. He could be as tall as you in heels, but that's in heels.
yeah.
So naturally 5'7".
Or if he, even if, yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah. I tried, but if the guy's just average looking, I mean, I don't want to go out with somebody that's like, but he nice, I can't, I tried that. But he doesn't have to be fine. He does not. Just as long as he presents well, he looks nice. I'm good with that.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot comes with those really good looking men. A lot comes with that.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it. It's like the whole high value guy. Like you got to be ready for it.
You got to be ready for that. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Because they just like you are interested, there's lots of other women that are
A
interested.
lot of them, and they don't mind. I have been out with a good looking guy, and women here in Atlanta, they don't mind they don't care if he is out on a date.
No, no, no. I've seen phone numbers changed hands
Okay,
while she looked the girl he with looking this way.
right.
Uh,
That's
uh.
it happened. I went on a date with the guy at Club 290, one of my favorite places.
Mm.
He was cute, and I know because these two women that were sitting next to us,
Uh-huh.
they just struck up a conversation. I said they just struck up this conversation because he looked good. And I went to the restroom. I know some numbers were exchanged.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they were.
It happens. It does happen. It happens. Yeah. So look, I don't know if the cure for it is get you an ugly man. That's what they that's what they used to say. Get for the men. Get you an ugly
Hey,
woman.
these ugly men in Atlanta, they got a following too, honey.
I'm telling you, Ray Ray and Peanut, they got a
Hey,
harem. And
hey, don't let them have some money. Oh,
forget about it. Forget about
you
it.
can forget you.
Forget about it. If these guys got a mouthpiece, it don't even matter.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
I know. So, what are your suggestions? Well, you said stand in your value.
Yeah, 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 definitely. And I like your perspective on these things that are important to you because they are important
Yeah,
and they're going to shape you in a certain direction for a certain kind of man. Like even the whole taking care of yourself, like that means something. And there's a man who's just right for that. Because trust me, especially as men get older, if he's taking care of himself, he's going to want a woman who's taking care of herself.
that's right.
You know, and so if you're already doing that, like I think you're on your way. You've got a lot of insight You've been listening to all these.
I've been listening to KTJ.
You've been taking notes. You've been taking notes, and
I have.
yeah, yeah. So and I like the way that you um, enjoy the process of meeting somebody and not afraid to just cut it loose if it ain't right, if it ain't what you want. Next,
Yeah.
and you know what? As a man, men probably appreciate that very much. Like don't play with me. Keep going out to dinner with me. Taking up my
Well, yeah, I
resources.
think they do. In fact, our first meet and greet, I usually say, look, because I like bubble tea. That's one of my favorite things. Let's just meet for some tea.
Yes.
That way you're not coming out of your pocket. I'm not coming out of my pocket heavy. And
Right.
let's keep it light. And some men have appreciated it. And then I've had a few men say, no, 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 I want to take you out to dinner.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, but I gave them the choice,
Yeah.
because everybody, I mean, you coming out of your pocket, your time, your gas.
Right. 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 And you know what? I hear that. I would say when he say no, 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 let me take you out to dinner. I push back and be like, no, no, no. Here's what we go. Here's what I want to do. Let's just meet down at Starbucks. And if after the coffee date, if we want to continue to spend some time together, then we can go off out to dinner
That's a good idea.
and keep it going from there, like an extended coffee date.
I like that.
Okay, so because you don't want to be stuck with somebody and feel that pressure that, oh wow, I agreed to this, I ate the man's food, so
And
now
yeah,
at least now I gotta sit through this whole
and that's
hour.
game too.
It is game. I
It's
gotta sit through
game.
this
I
whole
have I
hour.
had that happen a couple of weeks ago. This guy, this guy, I said, well, let's just meet. Just keep it light. He's like, no, I want to take because he was leading with his wallet anyway.
Wow. Okay. See,
So
this is what men do, and this is how they mess up too. But go ahead.
yeah, and I said, that's a red flag usually anyway. So I ended up just telling him I don't think that we're a match. I didn't even meet him.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wow. So you shot him down from the door.
yeah, I did. Because I could just tell. Because when he was like insistent, no, I really want to take you out, and I could tell it was going to be somewhere really nice. I could tell he's just used
Yeah, yeah.
to
Peeling
getting
off.
to bring you in.
Right. Hmm. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's like part of the conversation I've been having about the whole change in the way dating has been. You know, the time has come where women are no longer in desperate need of protection and provision from a man, right? Um, you're not being chased by saber-toothed tigers, and your very existence is dependent upon having a masculine person around
Right.
for protection and to go out and kill something for you to eat. Like now, the women doing the killing. Like
That's why, like you said, you might carry a piece to keep the peace. I
exactly,
love that.
exactly, exactly. So having that thing change now, men have to evolve into understanding, well, what does it really mean to protect and provide for somebody who's got the physical thing squared away? Because so they really, women still need protection and provision, maybe of their emotional stability,
I
you
yeah,
know, protection of their heart,
yeah,
protection of their
yeah.
of their dreams.
Yeah, and just companionship. I mean, just think, I live alone, and
Mhm.
I was here in COVID by myself.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
it's
just
tough.
not having that companionship.
Right, right, right. I know some people who had some COVID booze,
Some COVID, what? Oh, yeah,
COVID boo.
yeah, I know.
When it first started, pandemic boo, and
Yeah.
uh, and then them things they blew up quick.
Okay.
They blew up quick. Especially when we realize, this thing ain't just gonna be a couple of days,
Right.
a couple of weeks, couple of
I can't keep
months.
on quarantine with you.
Oh, quarantine blew up, and it was like, that ain't gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So I think things are shifting as the times are shifting and the need shifts, and so we have to kind of think of it differently uh, rather than the tradition of providing and protecting. It's like, well, what else? What do you really have that needs providing for? Some women just need to be emotionally safe, feel
Mm.
emotionally covered.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
big for me. That's really what I really want. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, and that's because look, listen, physical provision is actually easy. Like all you need is a job. Like all you need is an
Yeah.
income sources.
Income and both of you together.
Right. That's easy. I
Yeah.
know a girl said she drive for Uber and came in the house with $200 in one day. It's like
Yeah.
so that's like money. Money is the easy part of provision, but can you be there for somebody,
Yeah.
as they're going through the ups and downs of life? You know.
I'm telling you. I
Yeah.
just went to a funeral last Monday. A acquaintance of mine passed from COVID.
Mm,
You know, I mean, just it's suddenly, just within 3 weeks. And her husband, they've been together for 9 years. And he said something so beautiful. He said that he told her, because they had some issues, and he said they were going to separate, and they last like 3 days. And he said that he he called her up and he said, "Look, hey, I don't want to do without you. I love you." He said, "Any way you want to give it, any way you want to do it, hey, I am willing, and I want that kind of love.
mm,
However you willing to give me the love, I will accept it."
yeah, 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 yeah. That sounds beautiful.
Oh, uh-oh.
That sounds
Well,
beautiful.
I know both of the people though, so
Okay. Yeah.
well, okay. You know what? We're gonna talk about
That
that.
that sounds that sounds so hallmarky, but at
It
the
don't
same
sound
time,
healthy. I can just tell by I can just tell by the way you looking.
I
I don't know about that.
don't know about that because any way you give it to me, 'cause some people will. Oh, that anyway. Okay. Well, how about I see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, how
Yeah,
about we become what they call it, poly?
polyamorous,
What?
right?
Yeah. Why we do that now?
You said anyway, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, within measure.
Okay. Well, that's a healthier way of putting it. Well, but you know what? I'm glad I said something because I was thinking, because I was sitting there with one of my girlfriends. We was like, "Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Us women.
Yeah, it's a nice idea, but it can be taken in a lot of directions. A lot, because some of these people have different ideas as to when you say, "I'll be with you in any way that you'll take me." Mm, I'll say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. He's gonna be introducing you to somebody in a minute and say, "Hey,
Hey,
she gonna join our family." Oh,
right.
wait, what?
They work.
And you know what? And being speaking of like being here in Atlanta, the
Hey,
it's growing. The
hey, I know somebody who got caught up in it.
polyamorous community is
They were swinging.
the swingers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Swinging. Yeah. And you know what? I ain't judging. If that's what you do, that's
I
what
was
you
just gonna
do.
say that if that's listen, man. Listen. This love thing is something
Hey,
so complicated and convoluted.
yeah.
Um,
So,
some people are okay with one partner. Some people are okay with two.
hey,
People are okay with three. Look, in the Bible, most of them men had multiple wives.
they did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People
They,
people run to the scripture. He that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, right? Well, let's look at who said that. That was in Proverbs. Who wrote Proverbs?
yeah, who was it?
Solomon.
Right.
Solomon wrote Proverbs.
Yeah, he was a hoe.
Solomon had look, he probably believed that too. He had father, white father,
Because he was fine.
yeah, because he found 700 of them.
Yeah, he was finding them.
Yeah, he had 700 wives and you know hundreds of concubines. So he totally believed what he said though.
I know.
That's why he did it so many times.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think that there's a lot of levels and there's a lot of levels and layers to love and to relationships and you finding exactly what it is that you desire. So you know that leads me into my new course that I'm putting out called Finding the One. Finding the One. I'm gonna post it in the comment right here.
Yeah. Oh, look. LV said everybody's way of giving love is different. That's true.
It certainly is.
Yeah, and you got to just be appreciative and open about that too. You know what I mean? And just respect that. There's no one shoe fits all.
Right. Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
glad you put that in your description, though. Your link.
Yes. Yes. And it's definitely it's necessary for us to understand that, like, there's ways, there's levels, there's layers, there's love is big. It's not this small contained thing that we learned from the 1950s.
No.
Ozzie and Harriet or whatever it was. Like, there's a lot of layers to love and to connectedness. And I think we should explore it. We should listen to it. We should feel it out, see what's right for us. I don't know, Steph. Maybe you need two men. I don't know what you need. maybe
I have enough energy for all that, huh? It's enough just dealing with one man.
Yes. I know a guy who's got two women that he lives with, and I'm like, man, I hope you gotta take a lot of vitamins.
Right. Just work out.
You gotta take a lot of vitamins to keep up with all that.
Just the time. It takes, I work a 40-hour job, 40-hour work week. And just even the time of just dating or being with one person, let alone two.
Right.
But that's me.
Yeah.
Some people do it.
Some people do it. So you guys, if you're watching this and you want to check out the free course, got the free course, the free mini course. It's called Finding the One. We're going to help you find the love that you're looking for. Go to that website, findingtheone.club, and jump right in there, and going to help you find the one. This is a mini course. It's free, absolutely free for you to get it and get in there. And let's help you find the one. All right. Stephanie, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It's a beautiful day to hang out.
Yes, it is.
We just to join me and talk about love live. This is a new thing. I'm trying it out. So
okay.
Okay. But I got plenty of ideas that we're working on to hit this thing from multiple angles, and so I appreciate you helping.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys. Till next time. Peace and love. Bye.